the celebration by invoking the blessings of the Lord Almighty with our prayers. The school choir will render the prayer.
कलशस्य मुखे विष्णु कण्ठे रुद्र समाश्रिता मूले त्वस्य स्थितो ब्रह्म मध्ये मातृगणा स्मृता कुक्षौ तु सागर सर्वे सप्तद्वीपा वसुन्धरा ऋग्वेदो यजुर्वेदो सामवेदो ह्यधर्वणा अङ्गश्च सरिता सर्वे कलशं तु समाश्रिता.
I now request Srimati Meena Nair, Staff Secretary, to deliver the address of welcome. Miss, please.
We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we are curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down the path. Namaste and a warm good evening to all. Esteemed Chief Guest of the Day, Sri T.P. Srinivasan IFS, Honorable Chairman C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, respected Director Sri E. Ramanduti, other dignitaries, parents, teachers, non-teaching staff, and dear students. It is indeed a great honor to welcome you all to this important day, the 30th annual day celebrations of Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya Trikakara. On this auspicious occasion, we are indeed very privileged to have Sri T.P. Srinivasan as our chief guest. Sri T.P. Srinivasan is a former Indian diplomat and was the vice chairman and executive head of the Kerala State Higher Education Council with the rank of vice chancellor. He has served in the Indian Foreign Service for 37 years. He was a deputy ambassador in the Embassy of India, Washington. From 1995 to 1997, he assumed the office of the Indian High Commissioner in Nairobi and served as a permanent representative of the Government of India at the United Nations office at Nairobi. He was a deputy permanent representative of India to the UN in New York and was ambassador to Fiji and 8 other South Pacific island states. He was executive director of IAEA 2020, a project launched by the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Vienna. Mr. Srinivasan has nearly 20 years of experience in multilateral diplomacy and has represented India at a number of international conferences organized by the United Nations, the Commonwealth, and the Non-Aligned Movement. Mr. Srinivasan has a creditable academic record, having stood first in the University of Kerala in BA and MA English. He has won several distinctions during his student days. He speaks Japanese and Russian. He is presently the chairman of the Academic Council and director of NSS, Civil Service Academy, and the Director General, Kerala International Center. He also contributes articles regularly to Indian and foreign publications such as the Asia Wall Street Journal, New York Times, The Hindu, The Times of India, Guardian, Malayalam Manorama, and Madhrubhumi, to mention a few. He is the author of 7 books: Words, 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 Adventures in Diplomacy, Encounters, Matters to India, Applied Diplomacy through the Prism of Mythology, Education of an Ambassador, Vengat Forever, and More Diplomacy. Above all, Mr. Srinivasan is a keen golfer too. His awards include Professor M.P. Paul Prize, the Harvey Memorial Prize, Reverend Father Panikkar Memorial Award, Sri Chitra Tirunal National Award, the KPS Menon Award, and the Asianet News Award for completing 600 episodes of Videsha Vicharam. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I extend a hearty welcome to you, sir. I deem it my privilege to welcome C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra, a man with great vision and experience and an inspiration to all of us. Sir, you have been a pillar of strength and support in all our endeavors. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a matter of great pleasure and honor for me to welcome Sri E. Ramanguti, Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra. Sir, your love, care, and concern have nurtured this institution to grow into greater heights. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Sri Vijayan Pillai, Outstanding Scientist and Director, NPOIL, to this function. He has rendered his support and guidance in all activities of the school, be it academics, sports, or arts. A warm welcome to you, sir. We are very fortunate to have with us Srimati Meena Vishwanathan, Academic Consultant and Education Officer, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra. Madam, your motivation and support help us to achieve the best. On behalf of everyone gathered here, I welcome you, ma'am. The School Management Committee NPOIL has always rendered their undying support in all the activities of the school. I take this opportunity to welcome Sri Biju Gopal, Chairman SMC NPOIL, to this function. PTA has been instrumental in the smooth functioning of the school. I also extend a hearty welcome to Srimati Sudha Nambudri, President PTA. We cherish your constant support and act of goodwill towards the growth of the institution. Welcome you, madam. It's my privilege to extend a warm welcome to our principal, Srimati Ramadevi KP, our guiding star, who always believes in building up a supportive and collaborative spirit in the school and is ready to meet the challenges of the future in an innovative and exciting way. On behalf of everyone present here, I welcome you, ma'am. I extend a gracious and inclusive welcome to our Vice Principal, Srimati Sridevi A. It's your sense of commitment which creates an ad platform for us to grow both mentally and professionally. Let me take this opportunity to accord a warm welcome to the educational officers, principals, and vice principals of our sister institution to this function. I welcome Master Nandakishore Menon, Senior Head Boy, and Kumari Kartika Kurup, Senior Head Girl, to this function. I also welcome all the parents, members of the teaching and non-teaching staff, students, and all our well-wishers to this function. Once again, I welcome each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Meena, Miss. The activities of the school mirror the aspirations and potentials of both its teaching and student community. Now it's time to recollect the achievements of the year, just to encourage and better ourselves for yet another fruitful year. I invite Srimati Ramadevi KP, Principal, Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya, to present the 30th annual report. Madam, please.
Esteemed Chief Guest of the Day, Sri T.P. Srinivasan IFS, Honorable Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra, C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, Respected Director, Sri E. Ramankuti, Sri Vijayan Pillai, Director NPOIL, Sri Biju Gopal, Chairman SMC NPOIL, other dignitaries, parents, well-wishers, staff and students, Namaste and a pleasant evening to all. Education is the movement from darkness to light. The mind, once enlightened, cannot again become dark. It is with immense pride and pleasure that I present before this August gathering the annual report which showcases the activities and achievements of Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya during the academic year 2021-22. Academic excellence is desired by students, teachers, and parents alike. It takes time, patience, and practice to yield spectacular results. In the SSE 2021, 76 out of 79 students secured distinction, 3 secured first class, and 29 secured A1 in all subjects. The school topper was Aneka P. Rao with 98.8%. To add to the glory, 2 students each in mathematics and social science, and 1 student each in English, Sanskrit, and science scored center. In the SSCE 2021, all 84 students who appeared for the examination secured distinction, which is indeed a remarkable feat. 24 students secured A1 in all subjects. Divyarud Sahu emerged as the topper in science stream with 98.2%, and Aravind V. Ashok and Rakendu R. emerged as toppers in commerce stream with 98%. Devabala S. secured centum in chemistry. Shikshan Bharati, the education wing of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Mumbai, has rated our school as second among all Bhavan schools across India based on average marks scored in SSE 2021. In the SSCE 2021, our school is rated 8th in the commerce stream and 7th in the science stream among all Bhavan schools across India. 44 students of our school have received the highly acclaimed commendation certificates from Shikshan Bharati for their stellar performance in securing more than 90% marks in all the 5 subjects in the SSE 2021. Awards and commendations. Awards help to boost morale and to aim and achieve bigger accomplishments. Vice Principal Srimati Sridevi A, Sri Madhusudanan K.A., Srimati Millie Susan Paul, Srimati Sarita C, Sri Srijit C.K., Srimati Srikala Krishnadas, Srimati Devi Priya B. Pillai, and Sri Manu Narayanan are the proud recipients of Teachers' Day Award instituted by IIHM. Srimati Mini Menon, teacher, Department of Social Science, won the coveted KCF Logic Best Teacher Award. Srimati Eliama George, teacher, Department of Computer Science, won the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Memorial Teachers Award for her contribution towards innovation in teaching. Achievements to cherish in 2021-22. Co-curricular activities are essential part of school life and help in enhancing the learning process of students at school. In the Reading Day competitions organized by Bhavan's Vidyalaya Panchkula, Krishnarpit Nettaikod of Standard 10 bagged the first prize in book review, and Parvati Baiju of Standard 8 won the second position in caricature making. R. Sri Ram Prasad of Standard 9 won the Sir C.V. Raman Commemorative Award for securing the first position in the Talent Spire Science Scholarship Examination and received a cash award of rupees 50,000 and digital devices worth rupees 50,000. Our school emerged as champions and bagged the overall trophy in Srishti 2K21, the Inter-School Dance Fest organized by Bhavan's Munshi Vidyashram Tiruvankulam. Bhadra Anup of Standard 2, Abdul Wajid of Standard 6, Gauri Nanda Nettaikodath of Standard 5, Reshma Rajesh Nair of Standard 11, Gauri Nandana S of Standard 11, and Shreya Anil of Standard 10 won prizes in various events. Meenakshi Rajesh of Standard 9 won the first prize for patriotic song competition conducted by Akhila Bharatiya Purva Sainiga Seva Parishad. Devadath B of Standard 12 won the second prize in the event Kazoo in Pratiksha, the musical event organized by Bhavan's Vidya Mandir Elamakara. In Magnum Opus Model UN organized by Bhavan's Vidya Mandir Girinagar, our school won the runners-up position. V. Tarun of Standard 11 and Vishal Shekhar of Standard 9 were declared the outstanding delegates. Meenakshi Nair K.A. of Standard 9 received an honorable mention, and Shravan Shankar of Standard 9 received a verbal mention. Varun Shauri of Class 9 bagged the first prize in the District Yoga Championship, the third prize in the State Yoga Championship, and first prize in state level Surya Namaskar Challenge. He also participated in the national level yoga championship conducted by Yoga Federation of India. In Swapasya, the Tech Fest organized by Bhavan's Vidya Mandir Erur, Avani Krishna of Standard 5, Kailas PS of Standard 5, Alphonse Biju and Krishna Binoy of Standard 10 won prizes in various events. In the Inter-School Hindi Elocution Competition conducted by ISRO in connection with the Space Week, Kartika Kurup of Standard 12 and Ardra Nath PV of Standard 9 won the second prize. In the Design D product organized by Chavara Darshan CMI Public School, the team comprising Rohit G. Krishnan, VB, and Kartika Kurup of Standard 12 won the second prize. Master Nandan J. and Master Gautam N. Verma secured first consolation prize and a cash prize of ₹500 in All India Bhavan's Virtual Science Exhibition 2021. In Sargam 2021, the Inter-School Mathematics competition conducted by Bhavan's Adarsh Vidyalaya Kakinad, our students won prizes in all the 4 categories. The winners are Aditi Sajit of Standard 2, Nikhil Rajiv of Standard 4, Ojia Kefrijo of Standard 7, and Neeraja Sunita Nair of Standard 11. Natasha Subhash of Standard 4 performed blindfolded skating and solved floor puzzles, India's map and world map in 10 minutes and was selected for the Asia Book of Records. V. Tarun of Standard 11 won the Special Mention Award in the Model UN conducted by Chettinad Harishri Vidyalayam, Chennai. Manuel K. Matthew of Standard 12 emerged as the topper with the distinction in BSS Kalapurna first year examination, scoring 170 marks out of 200. Surya Vinod Nambiar of Standard 11 won the first prize in Carnatic Music Boys category in the All Kerala Carnatic Music Competition conducted by Sri Purnatrayisha Sangeeta Sabha. Moving on to the quiz competitions. In Labyrinth Arcanum, the Inter-School Quiz Competition organized by Bhavan's Adarsh Vidyalaya Kakinad, Krishnarpit Nettai Kodak of Standard 10, Achut Jagadish of Standard 12, and Shravan Shankar of Standard 9 won prizes in various events. Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya won the overall championship trophy. Krishnarpit Nettai Kodak of Standard 10 secured All India first position in Mind Was State Battle Season 2 quiz. Achut Jagadish of Standard 12 won the second prize in the district for the quiz conducted by ISRO. In the Shastra Samasya Inter-School Science Quiz Competition conducted by Vidyalaya School, Krishnarpit Nettai Kodat of Standard 10 and Achut Jagadish of Standard 12 won the second prize. Sports and Games. Hita Maria Jose of Standard 6 is the winner in the Under 13 singles and doubles category in All Kerala Badminton Championship. She is also the winner in the Under 13 singles and doubles category in the state level badminton ranking tournament organized by Kerala Shuttle Badminton Association. In the Ernakulam District Athletic Meet, Gauri Krishna L of Standard 9 won the second position in shot put. She also won the 5th position in shot put in the Kerala State Athletic Meet. In the Ernakulam District Athletic Meet, Naba Naishab of Standard 8 won first position in 60-meter race and third position in 600-meter race. She also bagged the 5th position in the State Kho-Kho Championship and 5th position in 60-meter race in the State Junior Athletic Meet. In the Sub-Junior Girls category, Aditi Sajit of Standard 2 secured the following prizes. First position in the State Karate Championship and second position in the Ernakulam District Karate Championship. Rohit Rajesh Nair of Standard 4 secured bronze medal in Kata Sub-Junior Boys category in the Kerala Karate Tournament organized by Ernakulam District Karate Association. Harshavardhan Brijesh of Standard 5 secured the runners-up position in Under 11 category in the Kozhikode District Trials Badminton Championship. Ashwat Sajit of Standard 5 won the first position in Kata Under 10 category and second position in Kumite 30+ kilogram weight category in the second Kerala State Karate Championship 2021 conducted by Karate Kerala Association. Dharmik Sri Kumar of Standard 8 won the second position in the Ernakulam District Badminton Championship in the sub-junior singles category and got selected in the district team. He won the second position in the inter-district championship. He also got selected for the state championship. Barsa of Standard 8 represented the district team in the 44th State Sub-Junior Kho-Kho Championship. Alok Jitkolai of Standard 11 won the third position in the State Badminton Ranking Tournament in the Under-17 doubles category. He also won the third position in the State Badminton Championship in the Under-17 doubles category. Abhinav T of Standard 11 won the third position in the District Badminton Tournament. Faculty improvement programs. We believe that education is a never-ending process. Hence, it is important for teachers to refine and update their knowledge. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has provided teachers ample opportunities to connect with the leading experts and remain well informed about the latest developments in the field of education. Principal and vice principal attended various sessions, to name a few: All India Bhavan's Principals Training on Pedagogical Leadership, the workshop on Nurturing Creativity in Classrooms by Sahodaya Group of CBSE schools. Principal, vice principal, and all teachers attended the following sessions: treatment and precautions to be taken during COVID-19 pandemic by Kottakkal Arya Vaidyashala, a workshop on climate change organized by Climate Change India Society, a session on Universal Brotherhood Day 2021 conducted by Ramakrishna Madh Vaitila, awareness on cancer and its early detection organized by Bhavan's Adarsh Vidyalaya Kakanad, de-stressing during stressful times by Dr. U. Vivek, MD Psychiatry, Renee Medicity, organized jointly by Chaitram Emotional Support Center and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Postural awareness training by Dr. Arun Kumar Chi, convener, Indian Association of Physiotherapists, webinar on cyber security organized by Kerala CBSE School Sahodaya Complex, workshop organized by WWF India on sustainable waste management by Shri Raju Kavil, CEO Tanal, and the third Kulapati Dr. K.M. Munshi Memorial Oration by Honorable Chief Justice retired Shri Thotathil B. Radhakrishnan on You Are Your Own Witness, Truth and Conscience. Bhavan's Research and Development Center conducted the following training programs for teachers: the Art and Science of Questioning by Shri G. Balasubramaniam, former Director Academics, CBSE, and How Teachers Can Support Students by Dr. Rajiv Jayadevan, Senior Consultant, Gastroenterologist, Sunrise Group of Hospitals, Kochi. A workshop on IBM Open P-Tech program was organized for the class teachers of Standard 6 to 12 in the virtual platform. Teachers handling classes 9 to 12 attended a workshop on MCQ by Srimati Leta S., Vice Principal, Bhavan's Munshi Vidyashram, Tiruvangulam. A workshop, Arise to the Power of Parenting, was organized for teachers and parents for the students from Standard 6 to 9 by Ramakrishna Mission, New Delhi. Student Empowerment Program. Student empowerment programs enable students to realize their potential in a variety of settings beyond the classrooms. Students of classes 12 attended a counseling motivation session by Srimati Saloni Priya, organized by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi. JCI Kakanad Cyber City organized a training session on career pathways for classes 9, 10, and 11. The guest speaker was Shri V.K. Krishna Kumar, National Trainer and JCI Director. Students of classes 8 to 12 attended the following webinars: Creating Awareness Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking by Shri Jairaj PK, CI Excise KSCB Attingal, Guild webinar on Enhancing Future Skills, and a national webinar on Booming Careers in Science in the Post-COVID Era, conducted by Amrita Center for Nanosciences. students of standard 11 and 12 attended a webinar by IIM Indore on the IPM course offered by them and a webinar on information security as a career option by Sri Renju Verghese, Vice President, SISI Information Security Limited. A webinar on Vedic Maths Back to the Future by Mrs. Charanpreet Kaur was organized for the students of standard 1 to 5. A webinar on developmental changes in teenagers was organized for the students of classes 7 to 9. Dr. Saroj Menon, a retired professor gynecology, National Institute of Health and Family Welfare, Delhi, was the guest speaker. A webinar on sports, passion and profession was arranged for the students and parents of classes 9 to 12 in the virtual platform. Sriram Somayajulu, performance analyst, Delhi Capitals, was the guest speaker. Students of standard 6, a workshop on artificial intelligence for students of classes 9 and 10 was organized by Sankalp World Championships in association with Microsoft. Students of standard 6 and 7 attended an ATL session on 3D modeling conducted by Bhavan's Vidya Mandir, Girinagar. In connection with the World Tourism Day, Dr. Mitra Satish, Assistant Professor at Government Ayurveda College, Tripunithara, and a passionate traveler, addressed the students about the importance of observing World Tourism Day and shared her experiences in traveling. An orientation session for students of standard 6 to 12 on 21st century skills was organized by IBM Skills Build. A series of webinars were conducted by Dr. U. Vivek, consultant psychiatrist, for students and parents of classes 1 to 5 and 6 to 12, jointly organized by Chaitram Emotional Support Center and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. A few students attended the workshop conducted by Speak McKay on music, dance, and traditional crafts from 10th October to 14th October. Students of Standard 12 Commerce Stream attended a career guidance session on the topic Career as Company Secretary, organized by ICSI Cochin Chapter. Akash Institute, in association with Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya, conducted a session on career counseling for students of classes 7 to 12. As part of celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 56 students of Standard 11, along with the 6 teachers, got an opportunity to visit the NPOL facilities on 24th November 2021. A COVID vaccination drive was held in the school for students of Standard 9 to 12. Celebrations. Celebrating events and festivals in school is an integral part of learning and essential for building respect and understanding for each other's customs and traditions. All important days and festivals were celebrated with great zeal and enthusiasm. Environment Day, Yoga Day, Guru Purnima, Ramayana Week, Independence Day, Teachers Day, Gandhi Jayanti, Children's Day, Onam, Navaratri, Kerala Piravi, and Christmas added color and vibrance to school life. On these days, great personalities addressed the students during the assembly. An investiture ceremony was held on 23rd June in the virtual platform. The newly elected members of school parliament for the academic year 2021-22 donned the mantle of leadership. The school organized Sneharpanam, a function to felicitate the gifted writer Srimati Lata E. Menon and the acclaimed singer Sri Manu Narayanan of the Department of Fine Arts for their achievements in their respective fields. Insignia 2K21, the Inter-School Literary Fest, was conducted in the virtual platform. 12 schools from in and around Kochi participated in the Literary Fest. Sri Manoj Kurur, renowned poet and lyricist, was the chief guest for the inaugural function. A merit evening was organized by the school to felicitate the toppers in SSE and SSCE 2021. Dr. RVG Menon, former principal, Government College of Engineering, Kannur, was the chief guest. House and club activities. To develop the innate talents of students, various co-scholastic activities and inter-house competitions were conducted as part of house activities. Competitions such as Ramayana Parayanam, quizzes, paper presentations, elocutions, theme-based painting and drawing competitions were conducted during this academic year. A roof vegetable garden was set up in the school. Staff and students contributed towards this initiative enthusiastically. A birds club was initiated in the school with the view of promoting interest in birds, conservation of nature and the environment. Community outreach program. As part of initiative EduMission Varuna, our school took part in the smartphone challenge organized by St. Mary's HSS Valarpadam and handed over 10 mobile phones to the necessitous students of the school. National Cadet Corps. This year, 50 students of our school have enrolled as cadets in the 21 Kerala Battalion of NCC. Cadets attended regular online classes and webinars which are essential to inculcate in them the value of discipline, duty, punctuality, and self-confidence. Online parade is conducted for them to keep them highly motivated. Out of 50 cadets, 20 will appear for the A certificate examination to be held on 25th January 2022. Parent-Teacher Association. The Parent-Teacher Association has played a supportive role in the activities of the school. This year, the PTA has provided funds to upgrade the water filters in the school to water purifiers. The PTA sponsored the certificates for the merit evening organized to felicitate the toppers in SSE and SSCE 2021. Certificates for the winners of Varuna Fest competitions, trophies for Insignia 2K21 and prizes for the annual day. School library. Our school library is a treasure house of books and provides an ideal environment to develop the reading habits of students. It is enriched with all the latest publications in arts, science, literature, fiction, and non-fiction titles. Every year, new titles are added to it. To make students utilize the library to the maximum, our school has come up with a virtual library. All our students and staff are also members of National Digital Library of India. Resource room and counseling. The resource room continues to provide help to children who need special care and attention. The well-trained counselor and teachers help the students with their emotional, psychological, and educational needs. Acknowledgements. I would like to place on record our sincere gratitude to all those who have been guiding, appreciating, and directing us to tread towards to scale the heights of glory. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to our chairman, C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, director, Sri E. Ramankutti, research coordinator and education officers of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra for their timely guidance and support and for setting high expectations for our students and educators. My sincere thanks to Sri Vijayan Pillai, Director, NPOL, Sri Biju Gopal, Chairman, SMC NPOL, Srimati Mini Manoharan, Chairperson, SMC Bhavans Varuna, members of School Managing Committee and PTA Executive Committee, parents, teachers, teaching and non-teaching staff, and well-wishers for reposing their unparalleled trust in us and providing their wholehearted support in all the activities of school. I count it my privilege to thank my team of dedicated teachers and non-teaching staff whose dedication and commitment helped us to scale the heights of glory. Above all, I thank the Almighty for the plentiful blessings. With His blessings, we are certain that we can take this institution to greater heights in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. It's my pleasure to invite the erudite C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kochi Kendra, to deliver the presidential address. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Namaste to all of you. Our most distinguished, highly celebrated diplomat, educational advisor, guide and philosopher par excellence, a literator, an author, and a complete human being. And above all, my good friend for years, our chief guest, Sri Srinivasan, our esteemed director, Sri Ramangutti, distinguished director of NPOL, Sri Vijayan Pillai, respected SMC president, Sri Biju Gopal, dear PTA president, Madam Sutha Nambudiri, our learned educational advisor, Madam Meena Vishwanathan, respected principal, Rama Devi, vice principal, Sri Devi, all beloved teachers, dear students, parents, friends. Truly a delightful day for all of us. How heartening it is for us in the management to listen to the amazing report of activities that have taken place in the last few months, not 1 year, just about 6 or 7 months since the school was reopened. And within such a short time, you have encompassed so many wide range of activities touching all fields as far as the students' welfare, education, development, grooming, upliftment are all concerned. I'm sure all the parents who are present here, along with us, also should be mighty pleased to know that even amidst such most difficult pandemic times, the school, ably led by Principal Rama Devi and Vice Principal Sri Devi, and all our eminent teachers have given all the very best that they can in ensuring that all the needs of children are well attended to. In the field of academic education, in curricular or co-curricular or extracurricular activities, in the field of fine arts, sports, literary, histrionic, talent competitions, in all these areas, yoga, quiz, we have seen a large number of programs that had been opened up for children, and where our children have participated with quite a good deal of enthusiasm, as we know. And many of them have won laurels, prizes, trophies at the inter-school level, at the district level, at the state level. And you have even gone to the level of getting some of them and their achievements recorded in the global records. So it is a matter of great happiness for us that though Varuna Vidyalaya is the smallest amongst all our schools, with less than 1,000 children and with less than half the infrastructural facilities which are available in all our other schools, still you have done so very much. Above all, I must place on record that consistently over the last 5 years, we have been noticing that the Varuna Vidyalaya has been the best performer in terms of academic excellence amongst all our 7 schools. Some of them very senior schools compared to you, which have been established almost 50 years ago, 45 years ago, but you have surpassed all of them by way of performance in academic results, both at the secondary school level and the senior secondary school level. I must say that this Varuna Vidyalaya has been the first ever school in the history of Kerala Bhavans to record 100% distinction for all these secondary school, senior secondary schools children in 1 or 2 years now, and over 98%, 97, 98, 99% consistently in the last 4 or 5 years. Or one or two students of ours have even recorded #1 in India. We had the topper amongst all the 200,000 CBSE students all over India. Not 200,000, must be much more. 100,000 students all over India. The topper has been from Varuna Vidyalaya. So this has been really a matter of great achievement and glory for every one of teachers, importantly, and the heads principal, vice principal of Varuna. Though a small in number, you are only 55, 56 teachers in all, compared to our other schools where we have 150, 160 and more number of teachers. These 55 teachers of Varuna Vidyalaya, I must call them the gems amongst all our teachers. For you have set the tone and the direction and the pace for all our other schools. 3 years ago, we raised the bar for all our schools. And we have been citing the instance of Varuna Vidyalaya. If Varuna could achieve 98% results in senior secondary school, why not other schools too? Some of them were in the levels of 65, 68, 75, 82, 83, and someone touching closer to 92 and all that. But citing your example, when we raised the bar, they have all been working, emulating you perhaps, following your footsteps, I must say, acknowledge. Most of them have been doing very well in the last 2-3 years. We have another school who has achieved, much larger school, which has achieved 100% distinction in amongst all senior secondary school children. And almost all our schools have done above 92%, 93%, 95%, 97%. I'm talking about distinction. First class pass is taken for all our students. I'm sure the parents are listening to that. Every Bhavanite, whoever goes the 10th standard or 12th standard, first class is taken for granted. There is no question about it. That has been our experience. We therefore say, we look at how many distinctions, what percentage of distinctions. Academic excellence is very important. It may not be everything though, but performance at the examination level is very important. As you have seen, you have a brilliant case before you, a model before you, one who has been a topper in his BA literature and a topper in his MA literature in the university. See the heights that he has achieved in life in various fields. So therefore, academic excellence will drive you all through your life. So therefore, we value that too. And let me tell you, this year when we felicitated all of you, following the example of 2 of our schools which have touched 100% distinction for senior secondary school, that is 12th public exam, we have told them that all 7 schools now, we will look for 100% distinction in both 12th standard and 10th standard. And our principals, teachers are all working on that. And you have been the leader. So congratulations most heartily to every one of you. I compliment all the teachers. I sincerely I'm communicating to each one of you personally how much we value your services. And I also want to tell you that we care very much for your overall well-being too. We are passing through very difficult times. In many of our schools, we also opened the school along with government school for a short while. And we had many cases of our teachers falling sick with COVID, children falling sick with COVID. Now we have also, along with government, closed down all the schools. And the pandemic is spreading like wildfire. And some of them are getting into serious problem too, maybe 2%, 3%, but even one teacher getting into serious difficulty, you see, our heart burns. We feel so sad about that. So we want all of you to take good care of your health, your family health, your parents, grandparents, everyone, and remain happy at all time. Forget about all your worries, your problems and all that. Learn to relax. Problems will come, problems will go. You have to know that. You are teachers. Learn to relax, relax, relax. Be comfortable, be joyous all the time. Enjoy your life as a teacher. You have been made to be a teacher by the Almighty. A teacher is a teacher is a teacher. No one can come anywhere near the contribution of a teacher because you are grooming the lives of many, many hundreds, thousands are in your hands. As we know, when alumni associations, we meet in our 7 schools, and when those who have achieved such great heights, we have Supreme Court judges, we have High Court judges, we have eminent lawyers, attorneys, we have doctors, great doctors, and we have people like scientists, technocrats who have conquered the world all over. In the last 30, 40, 50 years, our alumni are spread all over the world, and they are with us. And they come and talk to us and they tell us we are what we are because what we learn from you. the values that inculcated in us, that you inculcated in us, what you taught us, and we have been only developing and grooming on ourselves on them. And what we are today is largely because of all of you. And they were prostrating before you. High Court judges, mayor of Cochin Corporation, many alumni of our various schools, they acknowledge your services. So that is what you are. You realize that, and we therefore we value you very much. And you take very good care of yourself. You take good care of the students also. We want the mental happiness. Unfortunately, we find in many schools, many of our students, do not have that kind of a composure, equilibrium, equanimity, and they get easily upset. So please make your children also intellectually strong, emotionally strong, mentally strong. Let them not worry about anything. Any failure at this stage, you please put it in their mind, does not matter at all. All of us, we have reached this stage of level in our life after several failures. All the parents also know that. So as parents, as teachers, pass it on to them that never to bother about failures or downs in life. They will definitely come up. Their time will come. So give that mental strength, moral courage, inject and instill in them, and make them competent, all-round, well-rounded personalities in life. We want you to concentrate on that, not merely academics alone. In all our schools, we are giving considerable amount of importance. You see, go around all our schools are improved now. All our facilities, games facilities, sports facilities, fine arts facilities, all that. Balanced activities have been brought in all the schools. Best possible teachers have all been brought in. Best possible training is also given to the students. I'm telling all this because this is a day for us to communicate with the parents. We want to reach out to the parents to tell us that your children are absolutely safe with us. We will try our very best to groom them to be the best, not in Cochin or Kerala or India. We shall groom them to be the best in the world, I assure you. But we want your cooperation also. We want the cooperation of all the parents. Parents must work with teachers. Teacher and parent together only can develop the faculties in the children, the inborn, innate, latent facilities that lie hidden in our children. We want to bring out the very best. Abdul Kalam always used to say that we are not using even 5 or 6% of the brilliant, most brilliant one. The scientists amongst us are not even using 6% of her mental competence capability, 94% remaining unused. So your children have that kind of capability in them, in their mind, in their hearts, in their brains. You should know them and cultivate all of them. We will work together and we should give a grand future ahead. India is growing. I'm sure Mr. Srinivasan will be able to motivate all our youngsters much better. We are not the old India. When we were children, when we were in school children, boys, even when we were youngsters, you see the future was not before us. What lies ahead, we did not know. What is the future of our country, we did not know. All that is gone. We now know for certain, in 2 decades from now, we will be the best in the world. We will be most advanced. No doubt about it. Whichever shade of government, color of government be there, India is going to be the world leader. And Indian boys and girls are going to be the torch bearers in the world. So we need to prepare them like that. We have to give them that global outlook, universal outlook. Mr. Srinivasan will be able to tell you more about that because he has seen the world several times, better than what we have seen. So therefore, please work together and we will give you all that is the best possible. Of course, we have some limitations on the infrastructure. We are operating in a land area of about 3 acres given to us so kindly by NPOL, Government of India. And we have been allowed to operate only 2 divisions in each class standard. In all other schools, we have 4 divisions, 5 divisions, 6 divisions. Government of India has recently constituted a committee. DRDO, Government of India, has about 12 schools all over India. And they want to, divest all the schools and get out of this education, hand it over to various institutions, including Kendriya Vidyalayas and Bhavans also, they have noted one. And I am in their committee on behalf of Bhavans, and we had a couple of meetings. And they have assured us that Varuna Vidyalaya will be handed over to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan because they know what Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is. Even they are asking Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan whether we could take over some of their schools of Defense, DRDO, Government of India, and other states also, we said we'll try our best. We'll recommend to our head office. So that is the confidence they have in us, that is, nurtured, nourished and cultivated by the LPO management locally. We have Mr. Vijayan Pillai, the director of NPO with us, and Mr. Biju Gopal. They have been a source of immense strength and support to us. I have no words to express how happy, how grateful we are, how thankful we are to Mr. Vijayan Pillai and the management of NPO LLC for supporting us through and through, and allowing us that we will be with you. They are inspiring us. They are encouraging us to ask for more and more. We have told them that we need a new land for establishing an independent KG school. The KG school for Varuna Vidyalaya is operating in Adarsh Vidyalaya, Kakanad. We don't have the place for a KG school. Now, CBSE has made it mandatory. The KG will be 3 years now. Pre-KG, LKG, UKG, you know that. And that 3-year KG will be part of the 5+3+3+4 system. So 3 KG plus class 1 and 2 will be the primary. And all these have to be according to the CBSE regulations in one campus. So we need space to establish. We are ready. If we can get 50-60 cents of land, Bhavan is ready to start construction of a most modern new KG school tomorrow in Varuna Vidyalaya. We have expressed that to Mr. Vijayan Pillai and he has accepted it. And he has even showed us a piece of land lying opposite to Varuna Vidyalaya. He said, I will hand it over to you subject to clearance and approval by the government. It is for them to decide. So that much cooperation we have been receiving from NPOA. I must place it on record at this point of time. And let me wish all of you all the very best. Going forward, I have no doubt about it. This school has great future. We really hope that government will understand the value, the worthiness of their associating, collaborating with an institution like Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. 900 or 1,000 children, though they may be small in number, but they constitute the cream amongst all the 14 or 15,000 students that we have. I have no doubt about that, because the quality of education that is inculcated by you, given by you teachers, learner teachers, all of you, in all areas, you see, balanced, as I said, in all areas, we have been doing so wonderfully well. So I'm sure that this school will come up. And I once again appeal to all the parents to stand, along with us like a rock behind us, and together we must see that the institution grows from strength to strength. I most wholeheartedly congratulate all the winners. I'm so happy to see that our children from class 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12 onwards have won so many awards at several competitions. Little one, tiny tots to the grown-up one even. I congratulate each one of them for their achievements. We are equally sad as you are that the campus is remaining closed. Very sad that last 2 years, the campus which should have been brimming with activity, with children running around all over the place boisterously, that is remaining closed. What a fate for nearly 2 years. I can also understand the deep sorrow of the students leaving this year. Last year they were in class 11 and this year 11 to 2 years they have lost their campus life. We are equally sad as you are. But I'm so happy that our teachers have tried to give you the very best that is possible through the online education and online tutoring program. And you have got a glimpse of what you would have got even offline. But let us hope before the year passes away, before May, June, we will be able to reopen. We will have a fantastic get-together for all of you, especially for the 12th standard and the 10th standard student, a social gathering with all the students. We will celebrate it for a week, even if you want, and we'll try to make up for all that you lost in the 1 or 2 years. But be confident that years will be much more brighter for you. Those who are leaving our institution this year, after completing 12th standard with such great distinction, I wish each and every one of you the best possible education and training in the years to come. We want each one of you to be the shining star, attaining the best in your life. God be with all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of appreciation and concern. With extreme delight, may I now invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri T.P. Srinivasan, IFS, former Indian Ambassador to Austria, Governor for India of IIEA, and Permanent Representative of India to the United Nations, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. I'm very grateful that you have invited me to your annual day today. It is an occasion for celebration, the principal started by saying. And the thought that occurred to me was, is there a time for celebration? But the last 1 hour was a moment of discovery for me. In fact, all the gloom that I had in the last 2 years disappeared today. Seeing the achievements of this college, how confident and proud the principal is, and even more than that, Mr. Venugopal Govind, whom I have known for some years. Thank you for all the nice words that you spoke about me. All those do not matter compared to the great achievements of your school. Unparalleled, I think. I'm myself associated with the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in Trivandrum, and I have been to several of our schools, and also I have been to some of the schools in Kochi. But I think this experience today has been most wonderful because I expected a series of laments from the teachers and speakers saying how much our children have lost in the last 2 years. But all that disappeared from the words of the principal and Mr. Venugopal Govind, because you seem to have conquered the worst of the times. And then how well you would be doing in the best of times. That's what I was thinking, sitting here today. Because normally these days, when you go to schools or colleges, there is always a certain amount of gloom and a certain amount of concern about the future. And this is real. I'm not suggesting that we are doing well and we are sure to do even better in the future. The whole world is in the grip of some kind of uncertainty. Uncertainty not only about scholarship or education or employment, but uncertainty about life itself. In fact, one wonders what God has in his mind for the future of mankind. What is he planning to do with humanity? We have heard about disasters in the world, but our generation, even my generation, has been free of the calamities that we have read about, even before the Second World War. And since we belong to the post-World War generation, all of us, we have been lucky not to have had the kind of experiences that people all over the world have gone through in different ways. So we were in a way a spoiled generation. Maybe that is the reason why the cycle of change has brought us to this very difficult moment in history. It is an existential threat to mankind, nothing less. But today's experience has given me greater hope and greater confidence that we are going to overcome this. The latest, as we hear from the scientists, is that the present wave is nothing but God's vaccine to get humanity out of the pandemic. This may well be true. It is not only astrologers who are saying this, not only futurists who are saying this, not only optimists who are saying this, even the hardcore scientists. In fact, there is a most recent Harvard study which was brought to my attention by our distinguished Dr. M.B. Pillai, who is a famous oncologist whom you all know. So we're just back in Trivandrum and he was telling me, I have good news for you because this is going to end. And so, and probably that is what you are reflecting. But in your case, you have reason to be proud of what you have done. Normally, when the principal reads his or her report, we think about other things. You don't focus very much. We know that they will say all the nice things that happened. But I was virtually stunned by the accomplishments. To be the second best school in India among the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavans is an absolutely amazing feat. There is nothing more matter of more pride than to be the second best Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan school in the whole of India. Of course, the first would have been better, but I'm sure it would have been better in many other ways, maybe not only in the total scores, but we may have done. You know, you told us, or you reminded me that I had stood first in the university. But do you know what percentage I had? 60%. We could not even aspire to more than 60%. 60% was the absolute ultimate results that we could accomplish. But when I hear about 98% and 100%, maybe more than 100% by students, I wonder what they eat for breakfast. Because I remember this when we had an Indian school in the United States having a celebration. A very senior American administrator was present. And he was looking at these students, their performance in various ways, not only among Indian students, but among Asians and among Americans, because Asians and Indians do the best in America in schools and colleges. But better than anyone else, the Indian community has been great. And so this gentleman said, I have only one question to ask of all the mothers who are present here. And I'll ask it secretly because I would like to do that for my children, to ask them what they eat for breakfast. That's exactly the question which came up in mind. There must be a secret. There must be a vaccine. There must be something which is special to the school. And I realized why it is, as I heard. Because you have someone like Mr. Venugopal Govind to chair this school. And his interest is absolutely amazing, and his knowledge and his experience and his great wisdom and optimism are very infectious. And I'm sure that must have been imbibed by all of you. And then the other secret I found was that this school is in the charge of two Devis, two goddesses there, Rama Devi and Sri Devi. What more do you want? You have the full blessings of God. It is not just the name, it is the spirit in it. The two Devis are presiding over, and all these other kinnaras and angels, well-wishers, all helping out. So it's been a very great day for me to be with you today to make this great discovery. We know that the school system in Kerala is better than the higher education system. This is generally believed by most people. But my experience is only with higher education system, because my own school days I have forgotten. And it was better forgotten, because the kind of schools we had, the kind of infrastructure we had, the kind of poverty in which the schools grew at that time in a little village near Kainkulam. It is better forgotten, because we went through the hardest of times. Of course, they were the pleasantest of times, because we never think of all the difficulties having to walk with your lunch box for 2 kilometers to the school and walking back and fighting between our brothers as to who will carry the lunch box half the way. And these were things which have now been forgotten. Now they are happy memories. But we were not what we are today. The education system. Of course, we had a great education system, traditional education, the various systems that we had, the very dedicated teachers we still remember. But life is different. India has grown, as Mr. Govind reminded us. It's a different world altogether. And we are sure to do even better, although we have been through a very difficult time. But there are several statistical points that make us glad. You must have heard that Indian national product is growing faster than any other country in Asia. And we did not start very low in that sense, India. And in spite of all these problems, in spite of the setback that we had, we are doing well. In certain things, we are doing better than many other countries. For example, foreign investment in India has multiplied during this period, in spite of the fact that it was a dull period. And every economist is predicting that it will be India's decade which is going to come. And this has not come out of nothing. I was just mentioning in the beginning that technology has helped us a lot. Can you imagine if we did not have this kind of facility of talking to each other, even though in the virtual format? We would have all been suffocated if we did not have this. We should have started earlier. When I was in higher education, I had tried as early as in 2011 to switch to online learning. I had not even imagined that online learning would have been the survival of our system in a few years to come. But I had this feeling that the future belongs to technology. And I was not the first to say that. There were very many people who were saying, talking about an education system without buildings, without all these huge buildings necessary. And many of them said that universities without buildings are around the corner. But most of us did not believe it because we were very addicted to the systems that we had. Even today, many teachers are nostalgically thinking about 2 years ago and are fighting to get back there. Every chance they get, they want to go to the class. I run my civil service academy. We have been having online classes for the last 2 years. When I opened it just 10, 15 days ago, they were so enthusiastic. I thought they would say, why are we taking this risk? Why don't we continue online? Not a single student said that. Not a single teacher said that. In fact, when I kept telling them that this may happen again, therefore, please be very careful. But none of them said. So certainly we are very much attached to, and certainly so, we are social animals. And we need the touch, we need the feel, we need the company, we need the laughter, we need the games. All these you need, and therefore we are all very, very nostalgic about those days, and we are hoping that it will all come back. But let us face it, that we are moving into a hybrid education system. Look at the advantages. I'm sitting in my own study and talking to you, listening to you, watching you. Then what is the need for us to spend money on travel, get people from place to place? I'm not talking about regular teaching, but for interaction of ideas, of creating new thoughts, to deal with thought leaders all around the world. This has provided a great opportunity. How many Nobel Prize winners we have talked to in the last 2 years, even in Kerala, because it costs you nothing. You don't have to even buy air tickets for them. And they are happy to accept invitations. So it's an unprecedented opportunity, let's not forget it. And I'm sure this will continue even after. So we'll have on the one side, the very active campus life, and on the other side, the intellectual inputs, which will come thanks to technology. 2 years ago, when Mr. Yuval Harari, you must have heard about him, the greatest thinker of the 21st century. He's a young man, a Jewish professor in Jerusalem. He is a historian, but he's a historian of the future too. If you haven't had the opportunity of reading Homo sapiens and others, he presented a frightening picture of technology 2 years ago. He said, look at what is going to happen to human beings. We used to be afraid of nuclear war. We were afraid of pandemics and plagues. But humanity is not to end by these things. Humanity is going to end because of the progress in technology. This is what he said. You know what he said? He said, human beings will become useless altogether because the machines will take over. This was a very major prediction he made. And many people, even though we did not believe it, since it was Harari, we said, well, there must be something that he knows. And we are on the brink of doing that when this great opportunity came out. So in a sense, we have to consider this as a blessing in disguise. Urvashi Shabam Upakara for us. And that is what has happened. So let us not look at these things with gloom, but the most important thing is survival. And that is the point that we have to make. Because if we do not survive, there is no use of technology or anything else, a beautiful world, but for a person who's lost his life, is not a beneficiary of that. So I would like to tell all of you that please put survival as your first priority. Whatever the scientists say, however little they may know, do what they ask you to do. Don't think that we can now let our guard down and do whatever we wanted to do in the past. So that exactly is the first thing. The world may change, but the change does not matter to you if you don't survive. So that should be the highest priority. The highest priority should not be having a Tiruvadira festival with 500 people or going about shouting and screaming and doing various things. Of course, the shocking thing about in Kerala is the deterioration in law and order and the loss of human values during this period. This is a contradiction. Because when such a situation arises, that is the time when the best in human beings has to come out. And that's what I expected. Like in your case, the best talents in you have come out. But what is happening to the larger society? Why is there so much of murder and rapes and suicides? It is not purely economical. I'm glad that you heard from some psychologists and psychiatrists in your programs, I noticed. There is a mystery here as to why we are not rising to the occasion. But my expectation and hope is that this is a highly politicized system that we have. It is not the human beings who are at risk. It's not human beings who are causing this, because everybody has a little bit of divinity in him or her. But it is somehow a system that we have accepted in the last few years, has caused this havoc in our society. But the most important thing is that to focus on our future. Our education system, we need many more things. Mr. Govind talked about the new education policy, how the kindergarten, the early phase of education, which was neglected. It was left to the private sector, unorganized sector. And people did not know what these children did till they come to the schools. And that has been rectified. So the other thing is that in the first 5 years, the children will learn everything in the mother tongue. Very important, because we have had this contradiction of all good students going to English medium and then coming up with no knowledge of either their mother tongue or English. And that has been I always think that the biggest bane of our education system is the lack of a proper education policy. And that is what the new education policy has provided. Then the vocational training programs. I'm not suggesting that we should send away our children to become plumbers and electricians and barbers, but they are also as important in the society as the others are. They need not be created by default. It is not someone who goes to college and takes a degree and a master's degree when he becomes a bus conductor. It's a waste of human resource. He could have been a bus conductor 10 years earlier without having to do his bachelor's and master's. And this is the system that Mahatma Gandhi advised us to do. Dignity of labor, compensation on the basis of the hard nature of your work. In our system, the person who works hardest is paid the least. But that's not the system in many parts of the world. So to inculcate that sense of dignity of labor and compensation for the work that you do, you must be knowing that the President of the United States is not the best paid person in the United States. People who do work harder, break stones, or stitch up dead bodies after post-mortem get paid more than the President of the United States. Would you believe that? When are we going to compensate for people for the work they do? So these are some fundamental things that we have. So vocational training program is being introduced. And then when you go to college, this very novel scheme of your being able to have an exit at various stages of your degree. So what is happening today? Out of some fancy, we push our children to medical, engineering, science subjects, mathematics, computers, without even thinking as to whether they have the talent to do that. They have the aptitude to do that. It is the dream of the parents and not the wish of the children. Of course, Dr. Abdul Kalam has been saying this over and over again, making a great impact on all of us. He used to say that boy in the last bench may be the one who would do better than all of you. And one child got up and said, "How do you know, sir?" He said, "I was on the last bench and I become the President of India. So there must be something in it," he said. So that is the spirit. And so we have to find talent where it is and allow them to grow and give them the opportunity and let the others do other things. I always say that my plumber is making more money than I do, to be honest. If you call me, I am available in half an hour to meet you. But if I call my plumber, he'll say, "I'll come after 10 days, sir." So it is not that they're doing badly, but they're not respected in the society. Nobody aspires to do that. And they all have become default functionaries of the society. And this can be changed. This has been changed in different systems, but it'll take a long time. And I'm so glad that the new education policy is opening up a wide opportunities. That is why it has been done by a rocket scientist. See, the government did not entrust this work to teachers, scholars, diplomats, nobody. They found a rocket scientist to do it because he is the only one who can break into space and think about reaching the moon. And that, I think, is the spirit in which you have to see it. He's a very humble person. But the responsibility that he has taken on and what he has produced is very amazing. I find big opportunities there. I have been in education only for a few years, and that too without any background in it. But I found it very exciting, in spite of all the frustrations, in spite of all the politicization. But now I can see some light. Our system of changing education policy every 5 years seems to be ending, because some of the things that we proposed in 2016 are being picked up 10 years, 12 years later. by a government of another color, another ideology, and being pushed by a very wise chancellor we have. We seem to be seeing a tremendous amount of light at the end of the tunnel. And that is good news for all your children who are now entering the higher education sector. And one thing that I would like to stress is that please encourage your children to go for higher studies in India itself up to a certain level. This craze to go abroad, if possible at kindergarten level. You know, some rich Indian women go to United States to give birth to their children so that the children can start with English education from day one. They do that. They spend all their money and go to the United States and give birth to the children. And that has to change. Look at your school. Your school is no worse than the best schools I have seen in the United States. So we must have that confidence. And it is this voting by feet, they say. You know, when you vote against a government, you keep away, run away from the ballot so that this government doesn't win the elections. And that is what we are doing. People are running away. I was looking at the statistics just a couple of days ago of how many people are leaving India for so-called education. Undergraduate studies are better in India than in the best institutions in the US or UK or Australia. But what is the fundamental difference? The fundamental difference is that we do not give importance to research. Research has to start in school. We think that research is something that women do between their post-graduation and marriage. They start research, and when they find a husband, the research is left, and they go and make a family. But that is not it. Research has to be aimed at creating knowledge. Why is it that India has not won a Nobel Prize in the last 100 years? After Rabindranath Tagore. But Indians have won Nobel Prizes in other countries. Because that spirit of inquiry, the spirit of discovery, because we often think that there is no need for us to reinvent the wheel. Everything has been invented. All machines have the machinery there. But the ground is slipping under our feet. You teach our students science and technology, which has become already outdated. I'm not talking about artificial intelligence and drones and robotics and all that. But even those are old now. This is like in the old days, somebody would ask the professor about T.S. Eliot. And he had not heard of T.S. Eliot. English professor would say, what Yarada in the T.S. Eliot, because his knowledge stops the Victorian period. He has not heard about it. Today, even knowing T.S. Eliot or 20 years later is not enough. I don't even know the names of the best poets in English today. So the generation, as the generation changes, you need new knowledge. And unless we train our students for the 21st century, which we cannot do with a 19th century mindset, a 20th century syllabus. We need a 21st century mindset and a 21st century syllabus. And a 21st century examination system. Do you know there are no examinations in many countries of the world? Because it doesn't make any sense. Somebody mugging up Newton's laws and getting a degree. Newton's laws are not to write essays about. They are to enable you to solve a problem. What is the use of writing an essay on Archimedes' principle? How does it affect your life? The man jumped out of the bath because he had a realization that this is new knowledge. And so that, I think, is a fundamental change that we have to bring about. We cannot send our teachers back to school. Don't even think about it. You cannot. But that is where the answer comes of online education. Today, you know that the best universities in the world, you can take courses sitting at home by what is called massive open online courses. Started by a humble Bangladeshi mathematician who started teaching his niece sitting in New York. That's how it started. His name was Salman Khan, not the film star Salman Khan. And he is today the originator of a massive open online education system. Millions and millions, and at no cost. You know that you can get a Harvard degree sitting at home without any cost. So that is the kind of thing. So we have to think ahead. We have to think in terms. I'm sure this has already been told to you by the very many luminaries that you've taught to your students. But let them not just talk and go away. Let us put that into practice. Let us talk to our children about startups. Do you know today the largest number of what are called unicorns, the $1 billion startups, are in India, with 90% failure in startups. Still, we are the best. We had not heard the word startup. If somebody said to your father, give me 10 lakhs of rupees, I'm going to start a business, he will say, forget it. You will lose it in no time. Go and find a job. Now the young people are not talking about getting jobs. They are thinking about giving jobs to the others, to create themselves. So our education system is fine. We get all the basic knowledge and information. And there's no need for us to go abroad for it. But if at least some of us can go abroad for postgraduate education and doctoral education, that will be very good. And that is what the Chinese did. Thousands and millions of the Chinese were given scholarships to go and study in China. That is how China grew, not out of communism. But I wrote in Manorama today that we should admire China for all its accomplishments. But don't believe that those accomplishments came because of socialism or communism. In 1972, they abandoned communism. They embraced capitalism. They called it socialism with Chinese characteristics. And that is why they are on the point of beating their masters, beating their teachers, that is the Americans. They are now teaching capitalism to the world. So we must admire them for that. But let's not think that is the victory of an ideology of any kind. And that is where we are making a mistake. We have a very competitive international atmosphere. This is whatever I was saying so far is not my knowledge or experience. But my knowledge and experience is in the international field. And day by day, our life the world is getting more and more complicated. I remember now and say, what a beautiful world it was. USA and Soviet Union on both sides, and we are happily in the middle getting everything from both of them. It was not I remember Mr. Narasimha Rao, he was Prime Minister when Soviet Union collapsed. He looked like somebody who had just lost everything, because it was a very comfortable, non-aligned situation that we had. And suddenly, we are thrown out into the open. And that became a great opportunity. Look at how India acquired 11% growth rate at that time between Mr. Narasimha Rao and Dr. Manmohan Singh. So another opportunity has just come. All the changes that was taking place in international field have been accentuated. If there was no COVID, we would have reached that stage, maybe it would have taken 10 years longer. But now that that challenge has been thrown at us, look at India's diplomatic activity the last 1 year. Our foreign minister or prime minister did not sit back. They used technology. They even traveled at risk of their lives to engage with the world. Because we don't know what system is going to come up. We do not know who is going to be our best friends in the future. So we have to remain flexible. You have to keep balancing the world. And we cannot now jump out and embrace one particular power or the other. And that is the most complex diplomatic challenge in the international area. But we have very good diplomats, and I'm sure we will be able to survive that. So let me end on a very optimistic note as I started. I would have started at a very pessimistic note if I had not listened to you. But I was happy to start with an optimistic note and also end with an optimistic note that we will survive it, we will flourish in the future. Not only us, the human spirit, the human spirit, whatever be your beliefs, religious, non-religious, spiritual, whatever is your belief, I think the human spirit is one. And that is what Hinduism has taught us. And so that is what Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has taught us. Because Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, as you know, is rooted in the culture of India. Long before, Hindutva and Bharatiya all became fashionable. It was not fashionable during Sri Munshi's times. But he had his heart where it should be. And that is the benefit that we are receiving. Sorry, I've taken too much of the time. But thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to open my heart to you on this occasion. Let me wish all your graduates all the very best. They are coming out of their cocoons. Till today, you are all protecting them. And tomorrow, they will be out in the world. And what will give them strength and courage will be those values that you have instilled in them in the Bharatiya. So may them all do well. And may you all be proud of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the truly astounding address. It was a pleasure listening to you this evening. With great pleasure, I now invite Sri E. Ramankuti, Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kochi Kendra, to address the gathering. Sir, please.
Namaste, all of you. Honorable Chairman, Sri Venugopal Sri Govind, distinguished Chief Guest, Sri T.P. Srinivasanji, distinguished Director NPOL, Sri Vijayan Pillai, outstanding scientist, Sri Biju Gopal, SMC Chairman NPOL, Madam Principal, Madam Vice Principal, Education Officers, Principals of institutions, respected President PTA, respected teachers, parents, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense happiness to be with all of you this evening when we are celebrating the annual day of Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya. Annual day is a very important event of any institution where we review the performance of the year, honor the achievers, set goals for the future. It is a total introspection and also planning for the future. The principal's detailed report, extensive report, is a very glaring testimony of the achievements the school has made during the course of 1 year, in spite of the pandemic. This is a second annual day we are celebrating online. Last year also, we celebrated online, hoping we will be able to come to the campus this year. But the second wave continued and we could not reopen the schools. In the month of December, we thought we will be able to reopen, and we did reopen. We did reopen partially, and we were conducting classes on hybrid mode. A few sitting at home, a few coming to school, a very difficult task for the teachers to transact education in a hybrid mode. But they accomplished that difficult task. But suddenly this third wave, Omicron spread started, and we had to close down again. We went online. Hopefully we can reopen in the month of June 2022, and we can get all students and staff and teachers in the campus, hopefully. But however, in spite of all the pandemic problems, the report says we have not left anything behind. We have celebrated all the events, all competitions were held, all important days were observed, all functions were held, academics also took place as scheduled. So we have been able to face a challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic very bravely, overcome and survive. As the chief guest very correctly put it, even if we start campus life, the technology is going to stay with us. It has its own advantages. Actually, it has thrown open many opportunities also. That is a lesson we learned out of this calamity. All the teachers were trained in technology, in handling various gadgets and devices. The children had to, students had to set up classrooms in their own homes. Parents had to work from home. So I think the entire situation changed, and people became more competent in technology. The teachers, the students, the parents, all of us. So the technology is going to be with us even if we start the classes offline. Anyway, my humble pranams to the principal, the leader of the school, the vice principal who ably played a second fiddle, and all the teachers for their brave attempt in conquering this calamity and restoring education in the best mode possible during this last 2 years of time. And all the parents, my thanks to all the parents for their able support, continued support, undivided support. I have been always telling, the chairman also said in his address, we call ourselves as Bhavan's family members. Bhavan's family doesn't confine to only the members who are enrolled, in Bhavan. It is very much extended. We extend the family to the members of the family of our staff also. We have got over 1,200 people on roll with 16,000 students, maybe about 32,000 parents. I think the family comprised of all these people. I try to keep one-to-one contact with our staff and teachers. If there is any problem at home, the chairman is very much with us. You have heard his illustrious address. Now, we are in regular contact with all our teachers and staff, the COVID or no COVID or any other. If suppose we find somebody not coming to the school for a couple of days, we make inquiries. The principal make inquiries. If it is slightly serious, I make inquiry personally. So we are in touch with the family because once they are with us, they are members of our family. Not only the teacher or the staff, their family members also part of us. That is how we treat, that is the culture we have cultivated here. And the result is that loyalty, the integrity, the commitment, the institution gets from everyone, the parents, the teachers, the staff. All of them are working together, hand in hand, as one single team. This is a success of Bharati Vidya from Kochi. All our 7 schools, 2 colleges, and several other units which are functioning here. All of them. So they are all engaged in different activities. When we talk about family, we are all part of it. So I thank and congratulate the principal for her able leadership for taking the school into higher heights, higher altitude, and getting a position in the Bhavan's education map at the top level is not that easy. We have got nearly 100 schools across the country. Topping that and coming number 1 or number 2 or number 7 is not a joke. It's a difficult task. And actually, Varuna Vidyalaya set the benchmark for our other 6 schools. As the chairman very correctly said, this year we had 3 schools achieving 100% distinction in the board results. It was set up by Varuna Vidyalaya, followed by other schools, because they were motivators. They were the forerunners in securing that kind of a position. And along with these academics, of course, they have been shining very well in the other areas of activities, the fine arts, the games and sports, everything. But this is all possible only because they work as a team. I must specifically emphasize the support we have been receiving from the director NPOL, the chairman of the SMC NPOL, and the whole lot of officers and staff, the NPOL family as a whole. They are so supportive. The chairman has very elaborately expressed his appreciation on that. We are getting continued support for every small thing. We can call the director or the SMC chairman. They are at our beck and call. They are with us all the time. But this is one thing, success is not because of our efforts alone. Success is because of the concerted efforts of all of us. We are definitely doing the work, but we get support from so many people. And largely from NPOL, because it's a joint management. We run the school and these are on collaboration. So NPOL support is very, very essential, and we have been getting in, profusely from the NPOL officers, director, and other officers at all times. I thank the director and the NPOL SMC chairman and all others for their support and request for continued support in future also. The PTA, the president, Madam Sudha Nambudiri, has been a constant support to all of us. Our PTA executive committee and the parents at large have been helping us very much all the time. And I'm sure we will be able to achieve more and more glory in the years to come. We have set a benchmark now. We cannot come down. We have to only go up. So let us work hard. Let us march forward together, hand in hand, and achieve more and more glory and scale more and more heights in the years to come. My prayers are with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I now invite Shri Vijayan Pillai, Outstanding Scientist and Director, NPOL Trikakara, to address the August gathering. Sir, please.
Srimati K.P. Ramadevi Principal, Srimati Sridevi, Sri Vijayagopal, Srimati Sudha Nambudiri, faculty and staff of Varuna Vidyalaya, parents and my dear students. A warm good evening to you all. It is indeed a great pleasure to be part of this 30th annual day celebrations of Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya. As you are aware, Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya Trikakara is the joint initiative of NPOL, Bhavans and Bhavan's Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, started in 1992. With the great gratitude, I remember our earlier officers, earlier directors in 92. They have taken a wise decision to take part with the Bhavan, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan to have an NPOL school. Now Bhavans has become the leading school in the city consistently winning laurels and academic as well as in the extracurricular field. Our school has been ranked by CBSE as one among the top CBSE school in India. This year, our school had 991 students, out of which 250 are from NBOL parents. For me, the children at Bhavan School draws a special attention as the school is sponsored by NBOL. And being so, it is indeed very happy moment for me to when it come to to know that all students in our Bhavan School who appeared for 10th and 12th standard board exams have passed it, and that most of the students have scored very high marks and marks secured with high grades in the exams. It is a highly remarkable achievement that all 88 students who have appeared 12th standard board exam have secured distinction, while 24 of them scored A1 in all the subjects. The scenario is no different in the 10th standard. 76 of 79 students who appeared in the 10th board exam have passed the distinction with the distinction, and 29 students have secured A1 plus, A1 in all subjects. I place on record my appreciation from the bottom of my heart to all those students who have excelled in the board exams. Hearty congratulations to Divyaru Sahu for being the school topper in the science stream, and Aravind V. Ashok and Raghuwar in the commerce stream, 12th standard board exam. Hearty congratulations to Ananda Rao, Anakha Rao, P. Rao for being the school topper in the 10th standard board exam. I also take this opportunity to congratulate those who are toppers in their respective exams, those who have got A1 in all subjects, and those who have secured high grades in the board exams. I am sure that Bhavan's management, school management, and principal, madam, vice principal, and teachers and staff have put their best effort, and it has paid off duly, which is clearly evident from the result. The academic excellence is the result of untiring effort of the teachers and students, and which, when put together, have definitely helped the students to achieve these laurels. I congratulate principal, vice principal, teachers, and staff of the school for giving their best to the students. I have no doubt that parents also played their role well towards this achievement by putting their words in one of the best schools and get the best teaching for their children. I thank parents for providing this opportunity as well as for the support and guidance they have given to their wards. I also understand that from our school, many children from our school has got several accolades to their credits in the area of sports, arts, and other fields also. I take this opportunity to congratulate them all. It is the best academic year. In the last academic year, we have seen certain facelift in the school faculty aspects. This would have made the school a much better place than earlier. NBOL School Management Committee, together with the DRDO headquarters, have always been providing all support to day-to-day running of the school and also to improve the facility at school. This will continue, and I'll assure the support in future also. As all we know, past 2 years has thrust us a great challenge in the form of global health pandemic COVID-19. Our earlier speakers have already mentioned, particularly Sir T.P. Srinivasan sir has already modeled why COVID has helped us. In my view, the COVID-19 has shown that anybody can get isolated. It is not true that we can fly all around, all over the place, but it has come to true that anybody at any point of time has to have a self-existence, and we have to struggle for our self-existence. So it has taught us a lesson. They have taught us many things. So in one way, in the form of indigenization, as part of DRDO, the major theme of the major charter of our duty is to have maximum amount of indigenous product. So we Indians always have an opportunity, always take every given opportunity, we try to import the systems. So now our government has taken a very prompt step to avoid the import. So as a lab, only lab of DRDO in Kerala, NPOL, has been striving, has been doing the best for this part. So as you all know that we are at 75th year of independence for the children. And as part of that, government has declared Asadika Amrit Mahotsav. So as Principal Madam told, we have been given by the headquarters, we have given permission to take the children to our facilities and show the facilities. This is with a feel that every citizen of India should know what is actually happening in around. And as our chief guest was mentioning, is there anything wrong with our education? Why our Indians are not doing well in India? In my view, as Swami Vivekananda said, each and every one of us who had the opportunity to study, who got the opportunity to get educated, who got more than that, who got the opportunity to get a job and get a post, get a place and take a position. We are the people who are responsible for this situation. We have to do something. Why should my Indian, our fellows, our people, our students, or our young generation go out and work? We should generate jobs for them or opportunity for them. India as a one of the biggest country, biggest populated country, and also the market in the world. We know that we have tremendous opportunity for making products in India itself. In a way, if you think we are a blessed country, we are totally protected by mighty Himalaya in the north and very complicated sea in south, east and west. In earlier years, 1971 war, there was a feel that Kerala is very safe because Pakis cannot reach to Kerala. Now that is not true. China has a easy path to reach to India through Indian Ocean region. So our lab has been entrusted the job of protecting India to how to give a huge shield underwater so that Chinese submarines will not reach to Indian Ocean region or it will be detected. So I thought the students of the school, and not only for Bhavan school, NDOL has been, because of the pandemic only, otherwise we have been given directions to take maximum students and at the colleges and school to show our facility and give them a feel what actually is happening, what research we can do, and give them a feel that what way they should orient their mind. So now I think few students have already come to school, but we will continue, madam. We will allow the other students, 10th standard, 12th standard student also we will take, and when the opportunity comes. Not only that, when the pandemic situation improve, or at least in the online, I will ask our fellow scientists to give lectures, talks to your student school in the schools, so that we will take some more step in that line. And now coming to the situation, as our chairman was telling, we total our DRDO headquarters is very happy with the school, Varuna, particularly the Bharati Vidya Bhavan management. So in fact, there is a feel that they should take over the other schools also. We have already sent the proposal to headquarters, and we are expecting the very best, some result which is very best to us. So hope that the proposal which is suggested by the school management, and we are also thinking that how to increase the number of divisions so that more number of students can be accommodated. Putting all together, and some of the terms and conditions also we put. Soon we will know what is the decision. 90 and there is no chance that school will go away from us. It will be continuing. The NBL will continue with the school, and the school will be here in our campus itself. So with this, any point, any time, as has been done earlier, we will try to do the maximum, the very best from our side. So finally, before closing, I wish the principal and teachers and students of Varuna Vidyalaya, Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya, for the very best. And also a piece of advice for the children: take care of your health. Pandemic is still existing. Do not throw away your mask. Don't roam around as far as possible. And also keep up your cleanness. And this year, one more good thing has happened is that the plastic almost have vanished from the field. Try to keep that cleanness all around. With this, all the best to the children for their career. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Meena Vishwanathan, Academic Consultant and Education Officer, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kochi Kendra, to offer felicitation. Ma'am, please.
Namaste, Shubha Sayanam, distinguished chairman, directors, chief guests, and speakers present here this evening, Madam Principal, Vice Principal, staff, students, and parents. I'm really so happy and delighted to be present in your midst to offer felicitations on a very great event like this, when Varuna Vidyalaya, Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya, is celebrating the 30th annual day. Annual day means so much to each one of us in the audience, old and young alike, because it's a recollection of the moments of a student's life, like both individually and when we would have worked as a team collectively, that won our schools some accolades. Varuna has always been doing well in academics, particularly academics, but no less in other activities. I offer felicitations in plenty to the principal, staff, and students of the school. Congratulations. The school report that was presented is the testimony for that. I truly believe that a school which is to be a great school should go beyond academics and set a landmark for themselves, which Varuna has done. To conclude, would say that for class 12, this annual day, though it is online, would be etched in your memory. For the others, there are many more years to come and you will have more annual days. I'm sure each one of you will remember all that happened during the last academic year with great fondness and how the school authorities made it happen for you. So to the principal, vice principal, and the teachers, this is what you have done for your students, and you can feel proud about that. So just keep the good work going. Thank you, Madam Principal, for inviting me. I enjoyed being here, and lots of good wishes to every student, teacher, and all the non-teaching staff, everyone connected with the school for the future also. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Next, I call upon Chairman, SNC NPOL, to offer felicitation. Sir, please.
Thank you, Madam. Respected Chief Guest of the Day, Sri T.P. Srinivasan, IFS, distinguished dignitaries, faculty and staff of Varuna Vidyalaya, parents and dear students. Good evening to all. I'm extremely honored to be part of this wonderful and august gathering to celebrate the 30th annual day celebration of our school, Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya. Transformation of life through education is the vision of our school. And it is because of this vision that our school focuses on bringing up the children as a resourceful and socially committed person. As we all know, education is the foundation for all-round development. Life is based on development, and that development and growing is life. If we describe this view into the perspective of education, we can sum up that education is the all-round development of individual's personality. It is said in the Kothari Commission report that the destiny of India is being shaped in its classrooms. The joy of teaching is drawing the academic, creative, enterprising, and sporting potential out of pupils. I am delighted to see the hard work put in by the principal, teachers, and staff of Varuna Vidyalaya being rewarded, which is evident from the Class 10 and Class 2 results of the academic year 2020-21. Congratulations to all the achievers. It is your hard work and sincere effort which has yielded this result, and hope you continue to do so to achieve your target and fulfill your aim in life. In addition to academic achievement, I am glad to know that children of Varuna Vidyalaya have also participated in many cultural activities, quiz, and other extracurricular activities, and have won prizes in spite of the restrictions imposed by the pandemic. My sincere appreciation to all the winners. My appreciation to the parents for the excellent support in achieving these accolades. With educational institutes closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the government has been encouraging online education to achieve academic continuity. Most high-end private and public institutions have made the shift smoothly using various online platforms such as Zoom, Google, Microsoft Teams, etc., which many find still a Herculean task. The challenges of online education are multifaceted. On the good side, online education allows for learning something which is beyond the norm. A learner has access to unlimited topics, have global experts in niche areas or niche subjects, something otherwise which is not affordable or imaginable for many. Online programs allow people of a wide age group to learn at their own pace without inhibitions and without compromising with other responsibilities. However, on the other side, using the internet for education is common, but for online lessons, it's a big challenge. Some of the teachers may not be well versed with creating digital content and conveying it effectively online. A sudden expectation from them to upgrade, from the students to adapt, might have left both of them uncomfortable. But we have no other choice than to accept that. Body language and eye contact, which are important cues for the teacher, are difficult to perceive in an online class. And thus, I would say that relying solely on online education may hinder the holistic development of children. Considering these aspects, the government has allowed schools to run classes in the offline mode from November 21 in a phased manner. But unfortunately, due to the present surge in COVID cases, we had to revert back to online mode. So let us all pray the Almighty that this curve will flatten out very soon, and hope that from the next academic year, the schools will reopen in totality. I'm very happy to note that the COVID vaccination drive for children aged 15 to 18 years was successfully completed in our school. Finally, let me conclude with the words of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and I quote, "Learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great," unquote. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I kindly request Srimati Sudha Nambudri, President PTA, for the felicitation. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. Good evening to one and all. It's a pleasure to be part of this 30th annual day celebrations. It's a milestone in itself, and it would have been a much greater and a larger program had we been able to organize it in the normal times. I would like to take this occasion to congratulate all the winners of the various awards that are being given away today, and also offer felicitations on behalf of the parent community. Would also like to place our deep appreciation to the efforts being put in by the principal, vice principal, teachers in conducting the classes in a hybrid mode. We understand the difficulty of, like Biju just mentioned, about the challenge of not having an eye contact with the students. I would also like to place on record our deep appreciation of the support we get from teachers who go out of the way to accommodate and understand the problems faced by parents in handling academic issues related to students. We get a lot of support and empathy from them, and we have been able to work together for the welfare of the student. I would, as a PTA, as a member of the PTA executive team, I would say that personally we have been getting so much feedback, and the kind of response and the way teachers have and principal, vice principal have helped out and worked out solutions. It has been a great kind of teamwork, and despite these online challenges, we have managed to scale through all those hurdles, and we've reached to this stage where we could actually see those results in the form of the annual report presented by the principal. Thank you once again. Here's hoping that the next part, the next half of the year will probably see us standing face to face with each other and enjoying those physical contacts. I hope you all stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The key to success is hard work, determination, and perseverance. Like every other year, this year too, our students have spread the fragrance of glory, fame, and bringing laurels to the school and to themselves. Now it's time to acknowledge the success of our students. A virtual presentation of the annual awards will be held now. I request Srimati Rajita Varma to take over the proceedings.
Thank you, Maya Miss. Namaste. These students are truly in a league of their own. Each student has gone above and beyond expectations to enhance their skills, to pursue their dreams, and to chase their instincts. Here they are, the annual award winners for the year 2021-22. Awards for the outgoing students. The award instituted by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra for the outstanding outgoing student of Standard 12 for the year 2021-22 was received by Kumari Dia Jasmine M. She also receives a cash prize instituted by Sri S. Anantanarayan, former director of NPOIL, in memory of his mother, Srimati Vishalakshi Ammal. The award instituted by PTA for the best outgoing all-rounder of Standard 12 is given to Master Surya Vinod Nambiar. He also receives a cash prize sponsored by Sri S. Anantanarayan. Staff Award for Character Excellence from Standard 12 is shared by Kumari Nandana N. Nair and Kumari Ravina S. The award instituted by former principal Srimati Usha K. in memory of her mother-in-law, Srimati late Kunyalakshmi Amma. For the best outgoing sportsperson of Standard 12 boys category goes to Master Nandakishore Menon. The award instituted by former principal Srimati Usha K. in memory of her father, late Sri Memana Venugopala Menon, for the best outgoing sportsperson of Standard 12 girls category goes to Kumari Ria Elsa Tommy. The award instituted by our former office staff, Srimati Jyotirmayi, in memory of her husband, late Sri P.R. Ramavarya, for best outgoing player in Kabaddi boys category is bestowed upon Master K. Siddharthan. And for girls category, Kumari Aisha Farsana Ali of Standard 12. The award instituted by PTA for best outgoing player in volleyball boys category is backed by Master Aditya Hari, and girls category Kumari Arantati B. The award instituted by PTA for best outgoing player in football is conferred to Master Kashinath VS. The award instituted by PTA for best outgoing player in Kho-Kho is secured by Kumari Neha Kurian. The award instituted by PTA for best outgoing artist goes to Master Manuel K. Matthew of Standard 12. He made this achievement distinct by winning first position in Kerala in the BSS Kalapurna first year exam with distinction. Bharat Sevak Samaj is a national development agency promoted by Government of India. The award instituted by our Vice Principal, Srimati Sridevi A., in memory of her father, late Sri Balappan Pillai, for promising leader, is received by Kumari Dia Jasmine M. The award for promising singer among the outgoing students, sponsored by Srimati Sarojini Amma and Sri K.P. Sridharan Pillai, is proudly presented to Master Devadatt B. The award for excellence in English in the senior secondary section, instituted by Srimati Srijodi N. Pillai, former English teacher of the school, in memory of her mother, late Srimati Chandrika N. Pillai, goes to Kumari Kartika Kurup. She receives a trophy and books worth rupees 3,000. Bhavan's Talent Scholarship from Standard 12, instituted by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, is shared among Kumari Praveena P. Sri Kumar for her exceptional skills in music and dance, Master Rohit G for his talent in music and ICT skills, and Master N. Vaibhav Rao for his craftsmanship and artistic skills. Bhavan's Talent Scholarship from Standard 10, instituted by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, is shared between Kumari Radhika Krishnan for her exceptional skills in music and Master Alphonse Biju in recognition of his artistic skills, craftsmanship, and exceptional ICT skills. The award for the best quizzer, sponsored by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, goes to Master Achyut Jagadish of Standard 12, Master Krishnarpit Nattai Kodatar, and Master Aditya Jagannath L of Standard 10. The award instituted by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for the best all-rounder of Standard 10 goes to Kumari Shreya Anil. The award instituted by Srimati Meenambika, Teacher, Department of Fine Arts, for the commitment and voluntary attitude shown towards school activities throughout the year goes to Kumari Diya Jasmine M and Kumari Krishna Deepak of Standard 12. Toppers in Standard 12 board examinations, the prize instituted by PTA for the SSCE Standard 12 school topper goes to Master Divya Roop Sahu. He receives 3 cash prizes, one instituted by the Defense Scientists Association NPOIL, another sponsored by Sri Dilip Mehta, and the third sponsored by Sri C.A.P.J. Johnny, Managing Trustee for Palluvathikal Joseph Memorial Charitable Trust, in memory of his father, late Sri Thomas Joseph. The prize instituted by PTA for the topper in Commerce stream is shared by Master Aravind V. Ashok and Kumari Rakendu R. They also receive a cash prize instituted by Sri P.J. Johnny Palluvathikal. The following are the prizes instituted by PTA. Toppers in English: Anand Deva Suresh, Pratiksha Pradeep, Ria Jimmy, and Vinita PK. Toppers in mathematics: C. Agne, Divyaroop Sahu, Altaf Nazir, Ashwati A, and Devabala S. Topper in physics is Divyaroop Sahu. He also receives a cash prize sponsored by Srimati Ranjani, mother of Vishnupriya L. Prabhu, in memory of her father, late N. Ramanand, head of the Department of Physics at St. Paul's College, Kalamasheri. Topper in chemistry with a centum is Devabala S. She receives a cash prize sponsored by the Department of Chemistry. Toppers in computer science are Divyaroop Sahu, Harishankar R, and Vaishnavi M. Topper in biology, Rose Mampilli. Toppers in economics, Anjana PJ, Aravind V. Ashok, and Rakendu R. Toppers in business studies, Anjana PJ, Aravind V. Ashok, Rakendu R, Anupama Ravi, and Lakshmi J. Topper in informatic practices, Vinita PK. Toppers in accountancy, Anupama Ravi and Aravind V. Ashok. Now we have the students who secured A1 in all subjects in Standard 12 board examinations. The prize is instituted by PTA The winners are Anand Deva Suresh, Adish S, Altaf Nazir, Anand Sudarshan, Divyarup Sahu, Harishankar R, Mohit B. Nair, Navami Sunil, Satvik Panikar, Vaishnavi M, Atira K.E., Ashwati A, Devabala S, Pratiksha Pradeep, Ria Jimmy, Rose Mambali, S. Kritika, Siraj T.M., Anjana P.J., Anupama Ravi, Aravind V. Ashok, Aditya Balagopal, Gayatri K, and Rakendu R. Thank you, everyone. Let me call upon Srimati Dhanya Nair, Teacher, Department of English, to proceed.
Thank you, Rajita Miss. The struggles, challenges, and obstacles that it takes to succeed in life are what makes success more valuable. And the tower of this success stands on the pillars of vision, action, and patience. Namaste, and a warm good evening to one and all. We now have the toppers in Standard 10 board examinations. The prize instituted by PTA for the school topper in SSE 2021 goes to Anagha P. Rao. She receives a cash prize instituted by Sri S. Anandanarayanan, former director of NPOL, in memory of his mother, late Srimati Vishalakshi Ammal. Here are the toppers in various subjects, and all prizes are instituted by PTA. Madhav Harikumar Menon is the topper in English with centum. Topper in Malayalam, Anagha P. Rao. Topper in Hindi are Sneha Biju and Sultana M. Vaishnav M is the topper in Sanskrit with centum. Toppers in mathematics with centum are Arjun Krishna M and Amrita Vinod. Topper in science with centum, Gauri Lakshmi R. The toppers in social science with centum are Anagha P. Rao and Kashinath B.N. They also receive a cash prize instituted by Srimati Omina Joseph, Department of Social Science, Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya, in memory of her father, late Sri Papu Putishedi. Topper in computer applications, B.S. Annie Garshan. Now, we have the prizes instituted by PTA for A1 in all subjects in SSE 2021. The recipients are Agnivesh Ajit Kumar, Arjun Krishna M, Gautam Krishna PM, Harshita VP, Kirtana Nair, Madhav Harikumar Menon, Nandana Mahesh, Nandana Sudhir, Neha Ann Jose, Sneha S, Yadav Tanushri Ravindra Pratap, Vaishnav M, Vismaya Mohan, Adityan V, Amrita Vinod, Anagha P. Rao, Aparna Pillai, Arya G, Gauri Lakshmi R, Kashinath B.N., Kirtana D.S., Navina Maria Johnson, Neha V, Paul Kuriakos, Reshma Rajesh Nair, Rini Alfred, Roy Alfred, Neha Biju, and Sultana M. Moving on to the esteemed award categories, the prestigious Sri C. Subramaniam Award for Excellence in Character goes to Anjali P. Joshi of Standard 8, Lakshmi Priya M. of Standard 10, and Krishna Deepak of Standard 12. The Pranlal Devkaran Nanji Award for Excellence in Harmonious Behavior goes to Krishnarpit Nettai Kodat of Standard 10. Now, we have students who are receiving prizes instituted by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in the Special Achievers category in recognition of their outstanding performance and participation in various competitions during the academic year 2021-22. The Special Achievers are Natasha Subhash of Standard 4. She has won the award for receiving the World Record Certificate 2021 from the URF World Records for performing blindfolded skating and solving flow puzzles of world map and Indian map in 10 minutes. Kita Maria Jones of Standard 6. She has won the award for the most enterprising student for her unparalleled achievement in shuttle badminton. Next, we have Harmik Sri Kumar of Standard 8. He has bagged the award for his remarkable achievements in badminton. Naba Naishap of Standard 8. She has won the award for the most enterprising student for her unparalleled achievements in athletics. Sriram Prasad R of Standard 9 is the topper in the high school category in the Talent Spire Science Scholarship Examination. Among 17,416 participants, Sriram emerged as the winner of this prestigious scholarship exam. The scholarship consists of a cash prize and digital study materials worth Rs 50,000. Varun Shauri of Standard 9 is winning this award for creating outstanding records in yoga. Gauri Krishna of Standard 9. She is given this award for her brilliant performance records in shot put. Alokjit Kolai of Standard 11. He has won the award for the most enterprising student for his unparalleled achievements in shuttle badminton. The prizes for academic excellence for the year 2020-21. All the prizes are instituted by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and the recipients are Standard 6, Sana Sajin, Standard 7, Gautam N. Verma, Standard 8, Adra Nath PV, Standard 9, Gayatri Arun, Standard 11, Science Stream, Nandana N. Nair, Commerce Stream, Lakshmi G. Menon. Awards for Excellence in Sanskrit. In recognition of the services rendered by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan School in nurturing the cultural heritage of our country and promoting Sanskrit language, we have a special award of excellence in Sanskrit. This special prize has been instituted by Dr. K.P.B. Musad in memory of his great-grandfather, who was a great scholar of Ayurveda and the first Vaidyaratna Award winner in 1914. This award comes from the family of our student, Punya Musad of Standard 12. We have identified 9 students for their excellence in Sanskrit language, and the award winners are Standard 2, Shriya Sandeep, Standard 3, Akshat Damodar A. Menon, Standard 4, Varnika Menon LR, Standard 5, Nia Rose, Standard 6, Rishit Avasthi, Standard 7, Shailesh P, Standard 8, Nausheen, Standard 9, Lohita M, and Standard 10, Aditya Jagannath L. In the house-wise cultural programs organized during the academic year 2021-22, the runners-up position is bagged by Vinayam House, and the first position goes to Sevanam House. Through the years, your talents and efforts have brought laurels to the school. Together, let's take pride in these accomplishments. Hearty congratulations to all for your extraordinary achievements. Thank you all.
Thank you, Srimati Danya Nair. For the kind attention of the prize winners, the certificates and trophies may be collected from 25th to 31st January from the school office during working hours. Thank you. Recognition, encouragement, and gratitude have always been synonymous with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And keeping with this tradition, the staff of Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya, who have tirelessly rendered their service for 25 years and 10 years, are being honored this evening. I invite Srimati Sridevi A, Vice Principal, to announce a special recognition. Ma'am, please.
Namaste. Years of unstinted effort and ceaseless striving in an institution is without doubt worth applauding. The management of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has always recognized the services rendered by its staff when they reach the career milestones. Today, as we celebrate the 30th annual day, it's my honor to applaud our teaching, non-teaching staff who have completed 25 years and 10 years of service with the Bhavan. Srimati Sindhu Ayyappan, the head of the Department of Mathematics, is calmness and composure personified. Her prompt and meticulous execution of any work assigned to her has earned for herself a special place amongst students and teachers alike. And it is my pleasure to make this announcement, which marks a milestone in her career. Today, she is the recipient of the ceremonial silver lamp that marks her 25 years of service as a Bhavanite. Congratulations, Miss, on achieving this service milestone, and we share your joy on this momentous occasion of your career. Completing a quarter century at the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is Srimati Mini TD, head of the Department of Fine Arts. Gentle and unassuming, she radiates positivity and lets her work do the talk. Over the years, her relentless efforts has earned the school many laurels in Tiruvadira and group dance at the prestigious Bhavan's Youth Festival and other like competitions. Congratulations, Minimus, for being the proud recipient of the iconic silver lamp that marks 25 years of service with the Bhavan. We have 3 of our staff completing a decade of exemplary service with this institution. Sri Ashokan K, teacher of the Fine Arts Department, who has spent a decade in the service of Bhavan as Mridangam teacher, is the kind of teacher any school would value. Besides being passionate about his job, he lends a helping hand in all activities of the school selflessly. And it gives me immense pleasure to announce his name as a recipient of the ceremonial lamp given by Bhavan on completion of 10 years. Congratulations, sir. Srimati Smisha Mohan, Assistant Grade 2, is an epitome of smart and efficient work. Quickness and effectiveness in the execution of work are her hallmarks, and so too is her ability to coordinate and oversee the work of her colleagues. Congratulations to Srimati Smisha on her successful completion of 10 years of service and for being the proud recipient of the ceremonial lamp. Another proud Bhavanite who has completed a decade of meritorious service at this institution is Srimati Sunita KV, Assistant Grade 2. Known for her willingness to undertake any work assigned to her in right earnestness, she also has appreciable interpersonal skills, which endears her to all colleagues. Today, she has earned herself the coveted ceremonial lamp, which is a milestone for every aspiring Bhavanite. My hearty congratulations to Srimati Sunita. Congratulations to all of you once again. May you put in many more years of dedicated and meritorious service and uphold the values this great institution, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, stands for. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. School days are the happiest days of one's life. It's an amazing journey full of colorful memories, experiences, and joy. I now call upon Kumari Kartika Kurup, school head girl, to share the reminiscence of her school days.
Some memories are realities, unforgettable, remaining ever vivid and are better than anything that can happen to one ever again. For me, that reality is the beauty named Varuna. Namaste. Respected dignitaries, parents, teachers, and all my dear friends. With great elation and contentment, I attempt to perform the most daunting task ever assigned to me: to recollect and share with you the glimpses of my 10 years of nostalgic memories here at Varuna. I've stood often enough in the crowd listening to it, and it seemed no different than any other word, hardly realizing any feeling or depth in it. It is only when it comes to you that you realize what it feels to leave a place where you have spent a decade of your life. We have all known and heard about the history of Varuna, and it is surprising to see ourselves being transformed into history, characters of the past. It seems just yesterday when I walked into the 3A classroom as a new student, donning the blue pinafore with a small bag on my back and a water bottle in hand. Time has flown since, and goodbye seems round the corner. The years I spent in this school have been a glorious roll of drums. It has been a roller coaster journey with the highs dominating the lows. My first memory as a Varunite is participating in the Bhavan's Fest, which was held in Thrissur that year. And my participation in English elocution proved to be the first real experience. Even though I went home empty handed, the boost of confidence I received was surely what made me strive harder at each opportunity that came my way. I still cherish the moment when I started learning dance during the 1 hour after school sessions, and I owe it to Varuna for making me fall in love with the art. From the plays and dances for Sri Krishna Jayanti to winning the Tiruvadira competition at Bhavan's Fest, all these events will always have an immensely special place in my journey in the world of art. As I say my goodbyes, I am reminded of many who matter, to whom I owe my gratitude. Firstly, to all the Varunites who are with me during these 10 long years on all the trips to youth festivals, cultural fest, to all the Ramayana week and annual day celebrations and events you have made worth remembering. To my friends who have been with me through all these years, for all the group study nights before exams, for all the fun we had during lunch breaks and school tours, for standing by me whenever I needed every ounce of strength. I hope our bond stays intact past the walls of Varuna. To my teachers for molding me into the person I am today, for guiding me and showing me the right path when I faltered, for trusting me in my abilities, honing my skills, and providing me with many opportunities to exhibit my strengths. To them, I owe everything. Dear teachers, thank you for being the pillars of strength during these hard times. The way you connected with us, made yourself available to cater to our needs, especially during this pandemic, is truly remarkable. The 2022 batch has missed out on many events for the past 2 years because of sticking on to the virtual way of learning. Nevertheless, we thoroughly enjoyed our time at Varuna. An episode of my life is over, and perhaps the most important one. But the greatest happiness lies in the fact that it has been priceless. It is hard to put into words all that I feel, but someday I'm going to look back to these days and feel just great. To meet, to love, and then to part. That's the sad tale of the human heart. But of course, we meet to make memories and part to preserve them. And meeting again after moments or lifetimes is certain for those who are called Varunites. Thank you.
Thank you, Kartiga, for taking us through your beautiful journey here at Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya. Celebrations are incomplete without entertainment. So it's time now to give you a glimpse of the abundant talent that our students possess through a variety entertainment program. Now, the senior students will present classical fusion music. was an amazing synchronization of classical music by our talented students. Next, we present a harvest dance by the dancing divas of the primary section.
കതിർ കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ കതിർ കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ പെണ്ണാളെ താമര കണ്ണാളെ വന്നാട്ടെ പൊന്നാരിൻ പാടത്ത് വായോ കതിർ കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ വല്ലം നിറ വട്ടികൊണ്ട കുട്ടകൊണ്ട ഇല്ലം നിറ വല്ലം നിറ വട്ടികൊണ്ട കുട്ടകൊണ്ട അല്ലിമലർ പെണ്ണാളെ ഇല്ലം നിറയ്ക്ക് വേല ചെയ്ത് വേപ്പ് കൊണ്ട് പാടം നനയ്ക്ക് അങ്ങനെ വളര് പുത്തഞ്ഞാറേ കുളിര് കോരണ പാടം പെണ്ണാളെ താമര കണ്ണാളെ വന്നാട്ടെ പൊന്നാരിൽ പാടത്ത് വായോ കതിര് കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ ഓണം വന്നേ ഓടിവായോ കൂട്ടുകാരേ ഓണം വന്നേ ഓടിവായോ കൂട്ടുകാരേ കാലത്തെ പൂക്കളത്തിൽ മാവേലി എത്തും പാടിയാടി തുമ്പിതുള്ളാൻ കൂട്ടുകാരെത്തും അങ്ങനെ വിടര് ചിങ്ങപ്പൂവേ തുടര് തിന്തിനാട്ടം പെണ്ണേ പെണ്ണാളെ താമര കണ്ണാളെ വന്നാട്ടെ പൊന്നാരിൻ പാടത്ത് വായോ കതിര് കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ കതിര് കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ പെണ്ണാളെ താമര കണ്ണാളെ വന്നാട്ടെ പൊന്നാരിൻ പാടത്ത് വായോ കതിര് കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ കതിര് കൊണ്ടുവായോ കെട്ടി കൊയ്ത് കൂട്ടിവായോ.
That indeed was a graceful performance highlighting the culture and tradition of our state. I now invite Master Nanda Kishore Menon, school head boy, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words. Gratitude is shown in facts. respected dignitaries, parents, teachers, other invited guests, and my dear friends. Namaste to one and all. I deem it an honor and privilege to propose vote of thanks on this joyous occasion. Let my first gratitude note be rendered to God Almighty for making this day a special one. On behalf of the entire institution, I would like to express my boundless thanks to our chief guest, Sri T.P. Srinivasan IFS, former Indian ambassador to Austria, governor for India of the IAEA, and permanent representative of India to the UN, for kindly accepting our invitation to be our chief guest today. We are honored by your gracious presence and inspiring words. Thank you, sir. Sri C.A. Venugopal C. Govind, Chairman, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kochi Kendra, has been extremely generous in providing us with all guidance, which we value and treasure. Your meticulous supervision and monitoring go along in ensuring the true functioning of our institution. Thank you for sparing your valuable time with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm really ecstatic in thanking Sri E. Ramankutti, Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Kochi Kendra, for all the love and support bestowed on us, and also for constantly motivating and encouraging us to do our best. Thank you, sir, for being part of this special occasion. Bunch of thanks to Sri Vijayan Pillai, outstanding scientist and director in POL, for being the solid source of support and also for sharing your thoughts with us. Thank you, sir. Thanks in abundance to Srimati Meena Vishwanathan, academic consultant and education officer, BVB Kochi Kendra, whose presence always empowers us, lighting up the future and reflecting upon the present. Thank you, ma'am, for making this occasion really special with your gracious presence. Whole lot of gratitude to Sri Biju Gopal, Chairman of SMC and POL, for being the unexhausted source of energy and enthusiasm. Your presence really makes us overwhelmed. Thank you, sir. Srimati Sudha Nambudiri, President of PTA, under whose guidance PTA has always functioned and propelled all our endeavors. Thank you, ma'am, for your esteemed presence.
Thank you.
Only people with good intentions and strong will can encourage and cheer others. We have such a lot of amazing people with us, our sponsors. We are immensely thankful to all of them for sponsoring the varied prizes. My sincere thanks to all the other invited guests for attending this virtual event and for sharing our happiness on this occasion. Let me thank our dear parents for all the love, care, and support. We are obliged to our principal, Srimati Ramadevi KP, and vice principal, Srimati Sridevi A, for their leadership, timely advice, unflinching support, and guidance for the success of this event. Thank you. My words will be abrupt without mentioning our teachers. They work selflessly, guiding and motivating and inspiring us every day. Their words of appreciation and little pats reinforce and rejuvenate us. They are our true mentors and role models. Words can scarcely thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you for all your efforts in upbringing us. Thank you, dear teachers. I would like to thank all non-teaching staff who has always worked behind the scene for making each and every event in our school a grand success. I wholeheartedly thank all my dear friends who has given me beautiful memories to cherish throughout my life. Thank you, dear friends, for making the school life cherishable and momentous. Once again, I thank each and everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandakishore. We are drawing close to the end of the annual day celebration. At this juncture, I would like to put in a gentle reminder that after the national anthem, we propose to have a photo session for which all are kindly requested to enable your cameras. Now, to formally bring down the curtains of the 30th annual day celebration of Bhavan's Varuna Vidyalaya, I kindly request you all to disable your cameras and rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Now, may I request you all to enable your cameras for the photo session. Sir, have we taken the required photos?
Yes, miss, 1 minute, miss. Please wait.
Okay, sir.
Okay, miss. Thank you all. Okay.
Thank you all and wishing you all a great evening. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Venugopal sir.
Namaste,
Thank you.
namaste, Principal Madam. Nannai, Gambhirai, Ukrai. Very well organized, very well conducted, well planned, well delivered. To you, to the Vice Principal, to all the teachers, and also the technical team did a great job. And they compared from beginning to end beautifully well, Madam Maya Matthew. Excellent job. All the very best. Great day. Good night to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.